Don't worry, we're gonna be just fine.
So the virtual production approach for the end sequence of the movie is quite exciting to me, because obviously it was impossible to have a full plane sink in the water next to an actress or several actors. But we still wanted to have that grandiose imagery, which I think is very symbolic and very powerful and very almost surreal.
There was a perfect sequence in this film that really suited virtual production. So we brought the Dimension gang in to model that sequence and lean into the benefits of virtual production.
So Claudio worked remotely in LA with our art team in London and our supervisor, Rob McLennan, to really come up with a look of all of the underwater sequences in Unreal Engine. We were able to plan out this shot many times, consider things like how far would light go down into this trench, what the proportions were, how the plane was going to land, what the angle was, which is really important because we were going to film that later with Ava on a swim harness, basically dry for wet.
When the opportunity came across to work with Dimension and DNEG to use the LED walls to shoot dry for wet, I was super excited because I know that that's a very new technology that pushes the envelope and opens up new territory.
It was really important, the visualization step. Claudio was able to come up with his vision for what the underwater sequences would look like. And also that gave us all of the technical aspects, or tech viz, that we needed to plan out the virtual production shoot.
What we're shooting at the moment is our lead character who leaves the plane that is stuck underwater and swims to the surface. And what we're able to do with virtual production is shoot it in very long takes. So it should be a kind of breathtaking sequence and really stunning for the audience because it looks like the actor is literally not breathing.
Filming against the LED screens, so what you see in the film is what's projected on the screens as opposed to a green screen. And so I'm suspended on wires in front of the screen and doing the action, which is quite tricky but fun.
The other key thing is the lighting and the integration that we needed to achieve with the virtual production approach, because usually you can spot green screen a mile off. So the whole point of this was to have our actress actually performing, swimming up to the surface, this huge plane going past her, which was real, it was on the volume, it was something that she could respond to. So that's what we achieved in camera. But what we also managed to do is use a visual effects process to add the bubbles and the silts and the feeling of the plane rushing past her at that scale in the final shot. And then we finish it in visual effects with this amazing Houdini effects simulation, which really set the look not just for this, but for all of the underwater sequences in the movie, and to create this incredible, spectacular ending.
I'm extremely proud to see what it looks like to have this gigantic plane now playing back on a big LED wall behind Sophie. That's quite cool.
There's a perception that this kind of technology is for big budget only. But the reality is that independent movies can use this technology and produce movies for half the cost at twice the quality. And having done this spectacular sequence, I'm obviously working with, Annalise, Claudio, and other independent movie makers to put that quality on screen and transform what the independent sector can do.
I think what we've managed to achieve with No Way Up and the team we have is a film that we're an independent film, but the production value will astonish and amaze audiences, both in terms of the real underwater and the virtual production underwater. We have managed to put every penny and more on screen to create a stunning experience for audiences.